Hello, everyone. Brian Burke, the editor of Music and Sound Retailer. Thank you for joining me. I know people might have thought we were going to stop these Zooms after Summer NAMM and people got to see each other in person, but that is not the case. In fact, I spoke to a lot of retailers, and thank you everyone who came up to me and saw me from these Zooms and said hello, and they said they want me to continue doing these things. So I'm really happy to do that for everyone from the industry. And I got a special company today who I actually met at the show. This has been a long time since I actually met someone before doing a Zoom, but and they were, a lot of retailers were very impressed. They had a booth at Summer NAMM just recently, and in fact, one retailer told me that he placed an order with them right away. So I want to introduce the company. It's a Lyman Guitar company, and first we're going to have everyone. We got 5 people joining us today, so which is great. And I want first, guys, can you tell us who you are first? Introduce yourself, and then we're going to get into what you guys did.
Sure. So I'm Sophia. Marina.
Art.
Jordan.
Jake. Okay.
So we together make the team, so that's why we wanted 5 people in. So not just being the owners, but the actual, the actual band.
Right. Well, so most people have had on one Zoom since we started that, so that's cool. You're making a world record here. So why don't you tell me about, well, first of all, where you're based and what you do, for the industry, when you started and the story behind it.
Sure. So we actually started as retailers, and it's been about 15 years that we've been in the industry. 4 years ago, we decided to try something new, and we've been thinking about it, and we finally just pushed it to the level of let's distribute. And alongside of it, we were just distributing accessories, and we thought, well, what if we made amps? And in order to do that, we had to contact all these companies, manufacturers, put all these engineering thoughts together, finally came up with something, and we came up with the name Lyman. And Lyman is actually the town that we actually work in and live in. And the reason being that we named it Lyman to contribute back to our community was because we were having our local supporters that that helped us through many times of difficulties, and growing us, supporting us. So we thought, okay, we'll give that name back into the community. So now here we are alongside doing the amps. We decided to make the guitars just so that we could actually match the amps. So the guitars went flying before the amps.
Oh wow, okay. What state are you in? I'm sorry, you tell everyone.
In South Carolina, I'm sorry.
South
yes.
Carolina. Okay.
So we're in the upstate of South Carolina.
Okay, great. I want to make sure everyone knows where it is. Okay. Well, great. Tell me about the. I saw the guitars up there in Summer NAMM. Tell me about the guitars you're making right now and what makes them cool.
Yeah, you want to take over, Art?
Yes. Finally, after we start to do the USA guitar, right? We got COVID, and then we just sit down like how we can match with a customer, with still want to play, but I got no money, and then we cut the loophole. We do import stuff, but still we got import guitar. We have chance to went to China 3 years ago and got one factory from top 10 we pick up, and we import that guitar to South Carolina and take the neck off and start over here again, because the quality control from China to United States is not what we want. If you have chance to sit down and play our guitar, the neck is it's going to be our focus, like try to make the next the best we can to have a beginning guitar. People do not stop playing guitar, and this is our neck. After we decide this guitar develop to the point easy to play, the guitar fly out until today. Yeah, it's been selling good for us.
Great. Yeah, that's awesome to hear. So you're manufacturing it in the United States now at this point, the guitar? Is that what you?
Right.
Okay.
We just
So,
use all knowledge from USA model to come down to the import model. Normally, the people import United States pick up the product and ship to the dealer. They do not have chance to take it everything and start over. Yeah, but we're doing in here in South Carolina.
so you have supply then. Is that the case? I know that is a major problem for manufacturers right now, unfortunately. So you do have some supply. You said you're shipping it out. So and people are ordering it. So you have guitars to send to retailers.
Yes,
Okay.
we
Great.
definitely have supply.
Yeah. No, I know it sounds like a strange question, but it is an issue right now with the cost of shipping containers and all that we've been hearing. So, pardon me.
Right.
So tell me about the you going to Summer NAMM. What was your goal there, and how did you do?
Well, we did great. Marina, what did you think about the whole? So this was their first NAMM together as a team, and yeah, and they experienced something completely different. And we've been to Summer NAMM maybe 3 times. This was probably our best Summer NAMM. And like you said, the supply, for people with guitars are very difficult. And, we didn't really expect to have a lot of people come to us. We were just kind of expecting to meet and greet, introduce the guitars and the amps. And it just came out to be a wonderful experience this time around. It was very inclusive. Our team got to see it. Marina, Jake, and Jordan were there as our marketing team, and we're able to, give our information, give our product out a shout, and with the feedback, we were looking for feedback as well. Is it good enough? What should change? What could be better? All the above. And we got great feedback from all kinds of dealers.
And then it's not normal dealer too. It's a top 100 who sign up with us. It's
Right.
80% who sign up with us with all top 100. Yeah, I mean, like in all experience they have from the shop turn to back to us is a good feedback to have our guitar in the shop.
Yeah. What was your experience as a marketing?
So marketing wise, honestly, I felt like with all the feedback we got, it's something I could use also to kind of brand our product more and brand ourselves more. And I took the NAMM experience as a learning experience as well, but it was also a way for us to connect again with people, especially after COVID. And being from such a small community, that's one major contributing factor to the way we are and how we represent ourselves. So just being back at NAMM, we like to use that connectivity that we got with the people from NAMM and just kind of reliving it again in our product. So that's something that was very special to us going to Summer NAMM, and that being my first experience and Jordan's first experience and all of us as a team, I just felt like it did bring us a little bit closer. And just being there was, like I said, it was an experience I never had before. So it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was an experience maybe nobody ever had before at Summer NAMM this year. That was a lot. That was crazy.
Yeah,
it was wonderful seeing people get back together. So that was fantastic. And Marina, what you talk about the marketing. What are you going to do to other than a video like this, of course? But what are you going to do to get your name out there more? I mean, how are you going to promote the Lyman Guitar name?
So I think the plan for right now is to use the experience that we all had at NAMM to kind of just push the reconnection, like I said, and being able to meet with all those people, we get to use their feedback, their experiences, and honestly their own words and the way they described our guitars to kind of put those into our products and almost have them, I don't want to say build our products, but kind of, remodel it at the same time.
Okay, great. Do you have any specifics you can give us about the products themselves, like the actual models you have available, you know, whether it's guitars, amps, or anything that retailers could order?
So we went to NAMM with 3 new releases, right?
Okay. Okay.
3 new releases, including the USA model guitar, and those actually became much more popular than we thought they would. So that's something that's going to stay. So we went with the LT400H, which is, well, we have 2 of those, and it's an arch top and also like a spalted maple flat top guitar. And then we went with our newest level LT model, and that's a 200 model, which is like a second level entry level. And actually with these, so we have our regular base models. So this is the LT300. Oh, sorry, LS300. And instead of the regular Artec electronics that come with them, we're actually going to be updating everything, updating all the pickups for them to be Wilkinsons, and the price doesn't change, which is the great part about that. So anybody will get an upgraded product and then play a lot better than what they used to before.
So we built everything with the ideas of making tellies and strats first, and that's kind of, we're in the bluegrass state, so we have a lot of you know, telly guys. So we kind of, you know, worked on that and taking that experience with the tellies and moving forward. So you know, like she said, having our entry level to our second intermediate level models, their base price are, you know, roughly between $200 to $340. And so, for example, this piece here is our new Flame Pop telly model, and this guy goes for $350.
Okay, is that an MSRP or is that
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a map.
And then yesterday we went to the name shop.
Yeah, so we were visiting another dealer in North Carolina, Guitar Wishes,
Yes.
and we were going through, yeah. And so Roger was a big help. So we actually stayed with him for, we thought maybe 2 or 3 hours, and we actually stayed with him, I think, the entire day.
Wow.
Yeah, just connecting and talking.
We let guitars go with a hand to hand without telling the map price or the price. They said this guitar can go for $600 after they try the neck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right.
90%.
Everyone, yeah, everyone, even during NAMM, they guessed at about $600 being MAP, not MSRP, but that is our MSRP, is the 600. But
Wow.
but the MAP was actually $350, and so they all guessed at 600, and that was probably our sales, you know, kind of the idea where they thought it was $600, and being $300 was probably what got to everybody, and they thought this is probably what they could sell as of now, you know. And everyone, like Art mentioned before, that, you know, how can we make things affordable with great quality, you know, and playability for the musicians these days, where we're actually encouraging them, and they don't have to fix the guitar, they don't have to go to a luthier and spend another $200 or $300, you know, things like that.
I want to ask you also at the show, there were not a lot of big companies there, let's say the major manufacturers. So was that an advantage for you guys? Because I would think that it did seem like there were a lot of dealers though. So maybe they got to spend some more time with you, that maybe more than they would have if there was all these huge companies that you were surrounded by. It might have been a big plus for you, right? I mean, I would think.
Most definitely. So our little company got to shine a little bit.
So there's a joke. We are like a Forrest Gump movie.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, and then Survivor to get all the trim, and then that's a happening after Summer NAMM show. That's a happening.
Right, it's great. Yeah, and I wanted to ask you also about the retailers. I mean, I brought up the you know, the supply. I think that's obviously important. But beyond that, retailers are looking for, you know, margin. I mean, it's definitely something they want to have, and that's and that's the reason why we do these videos, to see, to present companies that can provide these things for them, new product they could sell. So can you tell me, and, as I mentioned at the beginning, the outset, there was, one retailer I spoke to who was especially pleased with, margin you're providing and services you're providing for them. Can you get into some details about how you're helping the retailers at their stores with the product?
Yes. So with the supplies that we do carry and what we have in inventory, as of right now, we're carrying the guitars. The amps are coming along in August, and we also actually work with Westminster Effects with our effect pedals. And so we're local. We build, we make it happen here. We might be, it's not shipped out the next day, but with trying to make sure that the quality and everything is ready, for our dealers, that they're ready to go. That way they can just get it on the wall and go. It takes about a week for us to get everything going. Our margin is pretty fair. We, from the MAP price, it's 35 points for them. And of course, with what we're doing is right now revamping our website where everything has the listing prices, so that actually can give the value to the guitar, as Marina was saying earlier, what they thought of the guitars, what they think it should value at, and we'll actually get a better idea of what our guitars are actually worth more versus just our local area. And so, and it was really nice from Summer NAMM to hear what they thought of, our products, where they can make money. We have the supply, and they're meeting better margin than most, and we don't have a big buy-in. You get 6 pieces just to start with, and we go from there. And since we're family owned, this is my team, like I said, and we have another luthier that is not here today, but we work as a team together to make it all happen. And again, just working well with the customer, building a long-term relationship versus just a short-term. It is a fill-in for some, but we would like to choose some of our customers so that we can build the relationship longer. And so, and again, like you said earlier, how can we help them? And it's really both ways. It's actually how can they help us too. So. Having that relationship and listening to what they're wanting is probably the main key.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, great information there. Thank you. I'm sure they'll be pleased hearing that. And yeah, there should be some great information before we wrap up. I want to ask you about the industry a little bit. Did you see? I mean, we've seen a lot more guitar players in the last year through the pandemic. Have you seen that as well on your end? Have you been able to move more product because you've seen an influx of new players?
Yes. During the pandemic, we all thought, oh no, what's going to happen? We're all going to die now. We're going to shut down our store. Everyone was getting a little antsy, and of course, as they should. When the governor in our state said, okay, we have to close, we said, okay, what do we do? We have to be on our toes. Our online presence probably did not shine as much as it did during the pandemic. I mean, we were also even delivering, just to their doorsteps and things like that in local areas, and things that we had in the warehouse, we had to reorder quickly, just because, beginners or people who wanted to start playing again,
guitar,
or we started with advertising our $100 guitars.
We delivery drive everywhere. We sold 1 month. We sold 50 guitar delivery to the door.
Yeah, that was just our delivery.
Survive. Yeah.
And so, and it's kind of soared since then, and so we're very blessed that we have that opportunity actually.
Are you optimistic looking forward, ahead about the future? I mean, I think we've gotten so many new. I think it was a week ago. The Gibson CEO said we've gotten about more new guitar players in the last 16 months than about the last 16 years. So which is, But with that said, are you optimistic about the future that we could keep some of these new players, that hopefully a lot of them will stay in our industry, and and what's the, you're a younger company, so I think you have a good perspective. So, and what's the future like for your company and the guitar industry?
What do you guys think?
I mean, as far as like getting the guitarist involved, that especially around here, I don't think we're going to have an issue at all. With our storefront, we host events and we really support the community around us with our guitar. Again, going back to the Lyman name, honoring that, and just connecting with everybody and giving them that area where they can play now. All these new musicians want to come and do it. So going forward, I feel like as long as things are slightly opening back up, then definitely we're going to be keeping all of the guitarists and building the community around it.
I think during NAMM, I think during summer NAMM, I saw more artists that would love to come out, and or guitarists themselves, and they definitely want to, just come out, meet and greet. Like you said, it was our first encounters, since pandemic, and people are like, let's go, let me show people what we have, no matter who it was.
That's right. Yeah.
And so I think for the optimism side, we've always been optimistic, and we push forward, and again keep ourselves busy to interact with everyone and get feedback. Even though this is a very niche industry and it's a luxury industry, I think that especially meeting Roger yesterday with Guitar Wishes, I mean, his optimism actually fell into our laps as well yesterday with more encouragement and just saying, look at this. I mean, they're going. People are actually, wanting guitars.
Still keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People are playing. People are, wanting to do shows. People are wanting to do concerts. They want to play at home. It's a hobby. Whatever it takes. Even if it was kind of funny, actually, he said something where a customer said, I just want to make my wife mad. Even customers like that to buy a guitar.
Yeah. Oh boy, I know. I can imagine, but as long as they want to do it and they can buy it, then that's
Right.
the goal.
Right.
Again,
They win out. That's all they got to win out. We got to say it for the industry. It's nothing to do with the wife. We're not getting into that topic. But as long as they win out, and they win out for the MI industry, then that's good for us.
Well, we were as long as they were happy,
but for 14 years at NAMM, I've been at NAMM for 14 years. I feel like we have a drop year too. It doesn't mean make me
Right.
not scared about people that stop playing guitar. But the one thing they review about in the future, some kind of job, we don't need the human to do it. But no matter what, the humans still have to play guitar. Example, like the lawyer. Right now, we got an AI to replace the lawyer,
Mhm.
accounting, and then either put the card together. But you can put your hand on guitar. Yeah, you cannot use a AI or robot to do guitar yet. And I feel like for long term, we still have some change the world to let our kids to get back to the skill, and then they can able to have fun with the music.
Yeah, actually, on that same note, during Summer NAMM, I actually met. This was probably the first time I've met more music schools, even though they have a retail shop.
Yeah.
So they were geared towards students more, and so I was surprised to meet a lot of them. Usually, they're
they will
usually
show
just the
up, yeah.
retail
Mhm.
stores, that they've had for several years, or continuing. And a lot of them, actually, a lot of our dealers from during the pandemic has also shut down. So seeing the school system actually work
growing
is actually very good to hear from people, knowing that we're teaching the younger generation.
Yeah, that's a tremendous point. I'm glad you brought that up, because the education is really important. I mean, that's one way to get the new people who have joined to stay in MI, and also to get the young people to get into MI. I mean, which is really important these days. I don't think that could be emphasized. That we really need to make sure that we educate and get people involved. And as I said it I don't know, until I'm blue in the face, but I'm gonna say it again here, because maybe I didn't say it on a Zoom. I think I said it on a podcast last week. The guitar industry is going nowhere. You know, I'm fair. I know it's an editorial I'm making here, but you know, there was a story out there a few years ago that it was dying, and that's not happening. So I think we got a long runway to go. There's no shortage in people having an interest in playing guitar. I mean, that's just not going to stop.
Right.
I just can't see that ever happening, where all of a sudden our industry is collapsing. So I think that is something we can say. You know, I could say that with a lot of certainty. So I think we're in good shape with that. So great. Well, thanks, guys. You know, lastly, is there you know, anything coming up down the pike? Are you working on any new products? Are you going to have another appearance at Winter NAMM? What's your future looking like right now, the near future?
Well, what do you guys say? Winter NAMM?
We're going to Anaheim. We're going.
This is not an advertisement for NAMM. I'm just asking.
Right. No, we definitely are planning after this NAMM. You know, we were excited to talk about some of the new stuff that we're going to bring to the table. And so there's a lot of inquiries and a lot of requests on how to make certain types of guitars, and we'll talk about that some more.
This baby.
Right, in our amps.
Yeah, and the mini amp prototype, and then got order like more than what we thought, and then we had to make this one happening.
Okay, great. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It's you know, Lyman Guitar Company. It's retailers are out there. It's this is someone who's looking for you. A company who's looking for you and looking to hopefully provide you a really nice margin on your product. So might be an option. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you joining us, and good luck. And I guess not welcome to the industry, but welcome to your breakout maybe in the industry, we could say, right?
Yeah,
that's a good way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. This is Brian Burke, the editor of Music and Sound Retail. Look for some more of these. As I said, we're not going to stop just because we've had in-person events now. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Brian.
Bye.